Morning, my friends. MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa. We made it to Friday, and we have still some more summery weather. All right, Pamela Todorov got a notification. By the way, I get this question a lot. How come I stopped getting notifications? It's not MLive's doing. It's Facebook's doing. They figure if you pass by a notification that MLive is live, then if you do that a day or two, they figure you don't want to see it anymore. So then they stop giving you the notifications. Nothing we can do about that. Let's get into the weather. We're looking at some showers today. Most of us, 95% of us, will not get anything really to speak of. And then we still look at a pretty good rain next week, early next week, and slightly cooler temperatures. But you're going to see a really convoluted upper air pattern that shows there's really no chilly, sustained fall air anywhere in sight. All right, let's get to it here and start off with the radar. A lot of this is not even reaching the ground. Hey, good morning, Shannon DeVries. Yes, it is Friday. Ed Johnson, Waterford, good morning. Stacy Nag needs rain. I hear what you're saying. Hey, there's one of my favorite photogs, Kim Beerline Smith. Good morning to you. So, you know, there's a few showers eastern UP right now, maybe something, a sidewalk wetter around the Grand Rapids area. Let's go to the modeling. What's going to happen through the day? Now, this is going to be our high resolution rapid refresh radar forecast. So remember, this isn't actuality. This is what I like to call weather fantasy. The equations model what will happen, and this is what it says for 1 o'clock this afternoon. A little renewed surge of showers, maybe thunderstorms, southwest corner. And if that were to verify, then yeah, you could have a few decent pockets of some rainfall because we're in a warm, humid atmosphere. So if you get a thunderstorm lasts a half hour, you can get a half-inch of rain or so. Hey, good morning, Nick Schweitzer, 3 Apple Man. Let's see, Fostoria checking in. Do you know where Fostoria is? I do. You know, that'd be a little interesting test to me where people rattle off their place in Michigan, if I could tell you where it is. So I'm going through Saturday now. I'm into Saturday morning, and it's dry. So basically the story is clump of showers, thunderstorms developing this afternoon. That's 4, 5, 6 o'clock, maybe heading toward Ann Arbor and Detroit in the late evening hours as it diminishes. Rest of us, we don't get anything. Here's a different model, North American model, and you can see it's got a pretty good idea. This is a model that is 6 hours old at this point, so it's got a pretty good idea. It's saying, you know, 6 hours ago, it's saying this is what it looks like now, and it's pretty close. And so it shows some showers across northern and lower. It also shows that little bit of a flare-up in south central lower Michigan around 5, 6, 7, and then pretty well done with it. It shows dry tomorrow, which we've been talking about. And then we talk about the Sunday rain, and this one and everything continues to move it up a little bit in time frame. This is 8 Sunday morning, so you might have some showers around the Traverse City and Cadillac areas Sunday morning. This is Sunday morning 9 and 10 and 11. So, you know, instead of it showing up early afternoon on Sunday in the southwest part of the state, it may show up in the morning. Rebecca Jean, yeah, you hit it on the head. What brings on rain in a particular area? The county fair. Dry up until the day it starts, and then here comes the mud pit, right? That happens in Saginaw County too. Jill Dowenhauer, Franklin with Jellystone Park Campground, October 3rd to the 7th. Good weather. It's pretty far out for the day-to-day stuff, but it does not look chilly. Okay. All right. So high resolution rapid refresh on total rainfall today. Again, if it develops in the southwest corner, the yellow is 1 inch of rain. But you see most of us get just a little bit of a tease. Now, longer into the future with the European model, and it shows our little rain today, and then it shows several waves of rain Sunday night, and then the storm system coming still toward us, and this is by Monday night and Tuesday, and then the storm kind of wraps around. Now this model has a pitfall that it likes to hang around a little too long. This is Wednesday, and then it even kind of wraps it back in on Thursday. That would be one of its weaknesses, I would say. Yeah, Marge Stevens, hang in there. Monroe probably in line for some rain too. I don't think that this thing is going to wrap around and hang around for 5 or 6 days. That's probably a problem. Here's one thing I want you to really get a grasp on. I'm giving you the guts of meteorology here, okay? I'm not sugarcoating this. It's not like in the old TV days where they told us the consultants, or as we call them, insultants, told us, hey, just tell them what the weekend's going to be like. Tell them if it's going to rain on the weekend. That's all they want to know. I'm going to show you the deterministic mode of the European versus the ensemble mode. The deterministic mode is probably the best accepted settings on the model, but long range, it can be off. The ensemble mode is when they tweak that 31 different times, averages them together. Doesn't give you a perfect forecast, but it gives you a more stable idea out into the future. And this is how we're going to use that very importantly for, do we get a cutoff low that spins over us, or is the deterministic mode just out to lunch? And it probably is. So here's the deterministic mode. Just a second. Here's the deterministic mode of mid-levels of the atmosphere. Remember, the U-shaped bends are storms. The N-shaped humps, for lack of a better way to describe it, are upper-level high-pressure ridges that bring you hot, dry weather. So this is into this weekend. Note the bend. This is our Monday, Tuesday rain. And then this deterministic mode of the European drops the storm center down and almost encases it with heat around it. Southern and central Canada are hot in this case, and it kind of just sticks the upper low over our region into the following Monday, September 30th. Is that true? And first off, what you should get out of this is that there's no sustained big blob of cold air in sight coming down. So there's nowhere near a frost anywhere in sight. Now, this is the European, the same thing you're looking at. You're just looking at an ensemble average, and you're also looking at whether the heights in the atmosphere are higher than normal, warmer than normal, or lower than normal, cooler than normal. So here's our storm system next Monday and Tuesday. See that bend? It's there. Does the ensemble cut it off? Not really. It kind of keeps a troughiness over us. And then as we go out 16 days, we're out into October 5th here. We're back to a flat west-east flow, which means a rain can come through every 3 to 5 days, but we're also in an atmosphere that's still slightly warmer than normal. So we'll use that ensemble for a rainfall forecast, and this has been pretty consistent over the last few days. Total rainfall through Thursday. Ensemble mode. Anything yellow is an inch or so. So inch or so, southern half of the state. Northern half of lower Michigan in the light blues, that's 3/4 of an inch to an inch. Eastern UP, ½ inch to inch. Western UP, less than a ½ inch. So, like I said, I think next week with several days where a round of showers could rotate around, we should have a rain. We are in the 80s again today, southern half of the state, starting off very warm around the Saginaw area. Saturday, in the low 80s. Sunday in the mid 80s east, but remember the clouds and the showers arrive west, so you in the 70s. Then it'll look decidedly cooler just based on the fact that we're going to have some clouds around and showers around. Monday, still 70s though. Tuesday, still 70s in a lot of places, and Wednesday still in the 70s. And then remember, these are the temperatures based off of the deterministic mode that wants to have that cutoff low over us, so it wants to cool us down toward the end of next week and the weekend. I'm not so sure, knowing the pitfall or the shortcomings of that model, that it will hang around. But one thing you will note, it's not a cold air mass coming down from Canada. It's just, like I said, my new favorite word right now in our upper air pattern is encased. We see this upper low maybe come down over the Great Lakes. The heat, big heat, wraps around it to the north, and it just kind of slowly fades away, might be the idea. NOAA has updated the winter forecast. I'm going to post on that. It's an easy day for me. I've got what we call low-hanging fruit in weather. I've got an update for you on the winter forecast, and I'll just give you a little tease of the headline. It's changed and it's warmer, and there's a reason behind it. So you got to read my post. It could be what we call subscriber exclusive, and no more apologies. If you like to read my posts, if you use MLive to stay updated on local news across the state, you have to subscribe. That's how we get paid. Now, I don't get paid directly by you subscribing, but that's how MLive stays afloat. And that's what it is in media right now, is stay afloat and try to get a little bit ahead. So you're going to have to subscribe if they make it subscriber exclusive, and that's happening more and more. Where was I going with this? Oh, low-hanging fruit. So I'm going to do an update on the winter forecast, and then I've got some stats on September's sunshine. We know we've been in kind of a drought pattern, so you'll be amazed at the September sunshine. Hey, there you go. It's Friday. I'm going to get these things done. Then I'm going to say see you later until early next week. Take care. I'm MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa. Thanks for joining me on the MLive Morning Weather Update, brought to you by Consumers Energy. Take care. Have a great weekend.